My name is Jonathan Masters. I'm an advisor and technical and business advisor here at the Von Liebig Center, which is part of the Jacobs School of Engineering, which is in turn part of UCSD. We felt, we see lots of groups from lots of different areas. There's some from internally from UCSD coming, just starting, maybe they're undergraduates. There's some coming from different countries around the world who have some training, a lot of them engineers. And this group seemed to be one of the most prepared groups that we've seen. The presentations were well thought out and put together, and the ideas were pretty refined. So I was very favorably impressed. I liked them. I thought it's a hard question because each project is different, and so what we're doing throughout this course is really digging into the details of each project and seeing, like, is there a real problem? Are we solving the problem? Do we know who has the problem? Have we talked to customers? Is there a business model? And until you kind of answer all that thing, there's no criteria by which to answer that, except it could be, I would say all of them have potential to have some value in business. Going from day one to yesterday, actually, I was very impressed. We were very impressed because, especially around the focus of, the problem statement. In the first day, I think there was a good presentation, but you have to smack someone in the face with 5,000 people a day are dying, and here's the reason, $6 million a year is being lost, here are the reasons, right? So, and that came through much more clearly on day 3. Generally, these types of projects need an intellectual property component, something that the competitor doesn't have. It doesn't necessarily have to be patentable. It can be something that's kept as a trade secret, but it's important to think about that, because in order to attract money into a project, you usually have to have some competitive barriers. Because if there isn't, you do something, it may be a great idea, and next day 5 people copy it, right? So that's something to think about in a little more depth. Ecosystem, right? It's a lot about ecosystem. And important components of ecosystem are funding, mentorship, and markets. Supportive, and probably intellectual property support also. So, and there's no instant thing, right? You have to start somewhere. You get one success, it spawns different ones, and people get more excited, they get more interested, they see the possibilities. So it's like a vision of possibilities can be created, and that creates an ecosystem. But it needs institutional support. There's something called, the valley of death, getting from, an idea to a prototype, from a prototype to first funding. There's some leaps that really are helped by some institutional support. Small amounts of money can go a long way in this, to set up places and where students can give presentations, they can give their pitches. Give them, pizza. Pizza is the great incentive. Maybe it's probably something different in Honduras. But if you set up, if you win this, you get like pizza. Bring them. Then students will come. They'll hear each other's pitches. They'll get feedback, and it'll become more of a thing. So you need a few people to kind of seed that ecosystem who are enthusiastic. And advice may be for the institution, for you guys, to set up mentorship sessions for people, and it's hard to find them there necessarily. It's not, but there are some that would be willing to give their time and structure a way for them to do it.